So now pastors are talking and it's still a problem. You keep saying pastors don't talk. They don't say anything concerning the situation in the country. This and that. The church is this. Everywhere is quiet. And then suddenly somebody pointed out in a post that some pastors have been talking. Even mentioned names. Oyedepo has been talking. Only for somebody to come under that same comment and say, oh, that one is just content. In fact, I can boldly say you are the accuser of brethren. Now you take the verb position. And that right there is the problem. You said they don't talk. Now you see that some of them are talking. And suddenly it is content. Akoye? So what exactly is your standard? Truth or emotion? Why is it only when it fits your bias or when it doesn't confront your conscience that you agree? But the moment it challenges you, you twist the narrative. You want them to talk. They talk, you complain. You say it is content. You don't want pastors in politics, but you want them to meddle in politics. You don't want to see them with the president. You don't want pictures. You don't want association. But you want them to speak against the same system you say they shouldn't be seen around. What exactly do you want? Tell me, Rambu. What exactly do you want? This is double standard. This is hypocrisy. And let's be honest, this has become a national anthem in this country. Once it has to do with the church, controversy must be stirred. Some of you just want to create content of people's names for clicks, for engagement, for followership. The content is not the issue. Create content if you want. But when your content is built on dishonesty, on double standards, on selective outrage, then it stops making sense. If your content does not stand on truth, it is stupidity. It is hypocrisy. You cannot demand something be done, and when it is done, you change the narrative to discredit it. That is not discernment. That is foolishness. That is wickedness. Some of you already know these pastors speak, but because it doesn't fit your narrative, you dismiss it as content. If you don't want to hear the truth, then be quiet. Because what you're doing is noise. Noise. And let's hit it properly. If it was your pastor, would you say the same thing? No, let's talk. If it was your church, Catholic, Anglican, Pentecostal, would you open your mouth like this? Or is it easier to drag what is not yours while protecting your own? Because I hear it all the time. Thank God it's not our church. Catholic is not like that. We are different. Different how? In a family, not everybody talks. You and I know this truth. Not everybody acts the same way. Some are vocal, some are calm. But that does not mean they are not doing anything. You expect every single pastor to speak the same way. Even if they all speak, you will still complain. So again, I ask, what exactly do you want? Key feature. If you think something should be done, then start doing it. You are part of this country. You are part of the society. And don't forget, Christianity is not the only religion on this planet. Be careful what you condemn, because you might end up condemning yourself. Christ was direct. He called them hypocrites, a generation of vipers. Paul said, oh, foolish Galatians. Truth was never packaged to satisfy bias. So I ask you again, if it was your pastor, your priest, your church, would you say the same thing? Or is your standard only loud when it is convenient? This is truth. If you think it's not, then argue it out. Tell me exactly where you think I'm wrong. Because truth does not bend to emotions. Truth does not bow to your feelings. Truth does not kneel to your bias or your noise. Scripture does not adjust to your opinions. Truth first, feelings later, no negotiation.